how to build wealth, how to get started. I am here and I'll be looking to answer all your questions. So, welcome, welcome, and happy Friday. One more day to the Smart Investing Workshop, right? Awesome. So happy to have all of you. It's one day. It's so wet in Texas today. And so how are you in your city, state, or wherever you are, your country? But today it's live Q&A, and you can ask me anything about wealth building, about investing, any question about even the smart investing workshop that we have tomorrow. Hey, Boniti, how are you? I'm supposed to give you a call back right there. I'll do that. Sorry about that. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome, and everyone just joining. Today's just live Q&A. You can come up, you can request on the panel, on the YouTube side. Thank you all for tapping out the live. We get trying to get to 10,000 the first 10 minutes so that we can get on the FYP. How are you doing? Have you registered for the Smart Investing Workshop? And if you have registered, have you opened the account? And if you have opened the account, are you ready for the class tomorrow? So welcome, welcome. How are you all doing? Happy Friday and happy 1st of May, the first of the month. This is absolutely amazing. Can you imagine it's already the middle of almost the first half of the year is gone? How you do with your new year, new me? So today is just live Q&A. Anything about investing, any questions that you may have, you can request up on the panel if you want, or you have any question about investing, about wealth building, how to get all of these things started, right? Or you just simply want to say hello. Yeah. So that's what today is all about. How are you doing today? Awesome, awesome. And if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology, a health professional turned their 9 to 5 into real wealth. So sometimes I try to come around this time just so I can help as many people turn their 9 to 5 income into real wealth. Because if not all you do without your paycheck that you received yesterday is to fund lifestyle, pay bills, you're just trading your time for money. Then you now use that money to fund liabilities. If that's what you're doing, you're not going to build wealth, unfortunately. How then do you build wealth? It's you take some of that money, you put it towards investing, right? You put it towards cash flowing assets that cash flow, that puts money in your pocket. Understand that liabilities take money away from you. Anything that takes money away from you, like that car, that piece of burg, that purse, that all of those things takes money away from you, including your bills. All of that take money away from you. But then how do you grow your money? The way you can grow your money, buy back your freedom, and start growing your money is when you start investing. Investing could be in the form of real estate. Investing could be in the form of stock market. Investing can be in form of businesses, right? And that is how you grow it. Anything that helps you grow your money, that is what this is all about. So if you have any questions today, welcome. Feel free to ask. It's a live Q&A. Any question about investing, welcome, welcome. And I'll just turn on the music so that we can have some bit of fun. Today is not my teaching day. And if you have not registered for the Smart Investing Workshop, I think we extended the based on popular demand, right? Based on popular demand, we extended it to because we've already gotten to the 80 capacity. So we extended it to a few. No, I don't think we even extended it. We just found that there's some people registered, maybe like 3 or 4 people registered 2 times, maybe because of technical issues or something. So they registered 2 times. So that opened like another 4 seats. So if you haven't registered and you're wondering what that is, Smart Investing Workshop, it's to teach you how to invest. So you don't know how to invest, you have been procrastinating and all of that. This is going to help you do that because you still have a few minutes for you to open your account and your account with your brokerage firm still today, and then you can join the workshop tomorrow. It's an hands-on workshop where you can start investing in things like ETFs, like stocks. I mean, we'll do more of ETF. The difference between the two is with stock, you basically invest in one kind of asset, right? Just stock. But then when you invest in ETF is simply exchange traded funds. Oh, Ade, thank you so much for tapping out the live. Welcome back again. I hope you're ready for tomorrow. I am super excited for tomorrow. What going to happen and all the life that's going to be changing, all the new investors that we're going to be coming into the market. Yes, awesome. I'm super excited as well. So welcome everyone. Welcome. If you haven't registered, some 4 seats opened up because some people registered twice. And if you're just joining, you're just meeting me from the first time, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology. Yay! Tayusa said you are ready for tomorrow. Yes, that is great. That means you have your account opened and all of that. And for those on YouTube, you're wondering, and those on TikTok, you're wondering, hello, moving silent. Like, yeah, and you all know the drill, so just tap out the live and get it to 10,000. For those on TikTok, those on YouTube, if you're wondering what's happening tomorrow, it's one of the most life-changing events that we are having. So you've been wondering how to start investing, you don't know how to go about it, or maybe you even have heard about it, you want to do it, but your life has been life, and you have been so busy, you cannot. You've been procrastinating. This is a workshop, not a training. This workshop is supposed to force you to end those procrastination, right? Because it is more of execution rather than training, right? Training is just telling you the step by step, but this one is more of execution. You are doing it right there. So there will be like a prerequisite for you to already have your brokerage account open. If you don't know the brokerage account to open, there's a list, you get an email with a list of all the brokerage account, options, recommendation in different countries. You're in Canada, you're in the UK, you're in Europe, you're in Africa, you're in the US, all of the different brokerage account that you can open and start investing. And then the next question is, I don't have money. It takes a lot of money to start investing. You only need at the minimum, maybe like $1, because you can actually buy fractional stocks, fractional shares of ETF, fractional shares of stocks, right? That's the second barrier, right? I don't know where to invest. I don't have money to invest. The other thing is that people would say, oh, you know what? I'm too busy. You already now open the account because you're first. And then the other thing is that I don't know what to buy. What should I buy? What ETF should I buy? That's all that we're going to be talking about in that workshop. So if you have not registered, we have 4 seats that came up because some people registered twice. So those were counted twice, right? We were having 80 capacity already. So for anybody that wants to still, you are just one of those lucky ones. It's your lucky day. So, but today is just about, I'm just here to come say hello and free consultation. You have any question either about the workshop, or you have questions about investing either in real estate, in stock. Tomorrow is all about the ETF, the stock market investing. That's what tomorrow is all about. But then that's one of the pillars of what I teach, because I teach a whole wealth building curriculum. Because what you do is that you realize that what we were taught in school is, get a job, go to school, get a job, right? And of course, start funding your lifestyle. If that's what you do, unfortunately, that's going to keep you stuck. That's why a lot of people have been stuck working till 65 and beyond, right? However, what you do, right? What we were taught is this linear equation, or this straight line. Work, get that income, and fund lifestyle, pay bills, right? That's what we're taught. But guess what? The actual way to build wealth, to transition, is from get your income, use some of it to pay bills, like the income you got yesterday. Use some of it to pay bills, put maturity towards asset. These assets would grow, okay? These assets start giving you cash, right? And they start giving you cash flow. That cash flow flows through here, and then you start funding your lifestyle. That's the ideal way. Ajay said, is it advisable to open another brokerage account with Fidelity? One of the leading absolutely, yeah. Fidelity is a good one. Because I already have Weibo, I would open Fidelity, and if I have to do it, okay, I'm telling you exactly. This is educational purposes, not this is for educational purposes, basically. What I do is I have Fidelity and I have Robinhood. My Roth IRA, right? My big money would be in Fidelity because, think about Bank of America, Chase, and Wells Fargo. They've been around for so long, right? So you want stability, and your Roth IRA is going to be there, depending on your age, it's going to be at least maybe another 10, 20, 30 years, right? Because you're going to get that money at retirement, right? Just like your 401k. So I want to put my money where I know that these people already have proven record. They've been around for so long, right? Rather than Weibo, if I remember correctly, I don't think they've been here for close to 10 years. I don't think so. The same thing with Robinhood. So what I have is my Roth IRA is in something like Fidelity. And then my, play money is something like Robinhood. I also have Weibo as well. So that's what I would do. I have both, right? And it doesn't cost you anything to open the account. It really doesn't cost you anything, right? But that's the way I'll handle it, okay? So you can still open your Fidelity and open your Roth, and okay, that answers your question. I'm glad. That is an amazing question. So there's no limit to the number of accounts. So far, you're not just opening the account, you are also taking action on the account. So thank you so much for tapping out of the live. So if you have any question, drop your question in the comment, or you can also request up, right? For those that are on Instagram, on TikTok, request up and I can put you on the panel. And for YouTube, subscribe if you haven't, and you would find the link to the Smart Investing Workshop, on my bio. So for those that have not registered, let me just show you. It's a Smart Investing Workshop that we have tomorrow. I can't speak English. The Smart Investing Workshop that we have tomorrow is free, but registration is required. Viking Father, how are you? We have a Smart Investing Workshop for the last piece. 4 more people to get to 80. I think 80 is our capacity right now, except I have another group of people that want to join. So you go on my bio, you can go out right there, go on my bio, click on it, and you will find it on YouTube as well. Just go on my bio right there, click here, and then you'll find it right. Click on it, it's $0, right? Click on it and buy access. It takes you literally 3 minutes, 1 minute to get registered so that you can claim the last 4 sets. Viking, how are you? Happy Friday and happy May 1st to everyone. Happy May 1st. Today is just about question and answer. You have any question at all that you have for me? Maybe we've been talking all week. It could be on real estate. It could be on the stock market. How do you invest safely in the stock market? Understanding that stock market, real estate, businesses, that's the only way you can grow your wealth. Your income, your savings will not help you grow your wealth. Your savings is just for safety. It just gives you 0.01%, but inflation is at 3.3%. So you are basically losing about 3.2999 on your money every single year. So it's not just like your money is not growing, but you're also losing money to inflation, which you don't have control over. So that's why you have to intentionally invest, right? But then with investing, you could also lose money. Like I lost $100,000 or close to $100,000 about 6 years ago, right? And because I was doing penny stock, day trading, and of course options trading, those 3, more like a gamble, right? And for me, what helps me, right, is since that time I lost close to like 100,000, but since that time I have recovered, and not just recovered, also I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars. And that's the same strategy I'm also going to be teaching tomorrow in the Smart Investing Workshop. How you can invest safely, how you can hedge against inflation, how you can grow your money and build wealth. The power of compounding, ETF, index funds, like it's an actual hands-on workshop. Thank you all for tapping out the live. Subscribe if you haven't, because on the YouTube side I do have long form videos. As a matter of fact, you should go watch my latest video on how to start investing with $0, right? If I have to get started in 2026, right, everything, all the steps I need to, you would find it right there. You should watch it, and in the process also subscribe. And I do that. I have long form video every Sunday. So if you have any question, feel free. Any question, it's question and answer. All right, question and answer. And thank you all for tapping out the live. Thank you for the subscribing. Thank you for the follow. Or you can also freely just take the invite button, click on it, and boom, you are up here. If you want to ask any question directly, feel free. Or you just want to say hello. And it's Friday. Wow, it's 1st of May and it's Friday. That is amazing. And then we have May 2nd, where we get to do the life-changing smart investing life workshop, right? That's what it's going to be. Oh my goodness, I'm super excited about it. Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Aiden, welcome. Any question? All right. Tayuza say, I am ready. Oh, Festus, congratulations. Yours just came through. You claimed one of those spots. You snatched it because some other people had their name on it before. You snatched it. Good job. Well done. Marlene Seller. House of Tea, how are you? Been a minute. How are you on my YouTube community? Please type a question, type your question, because we don't have something on like TikTok where you can come on the panel. I wish we had that on TikTok, but type your questions. Let me know the country where you're connecting from, the state, the city. I am in Texas in the United States. I'm in Texas in the United States. I'll be happy to meet with you all. Yeah, and if you're just meeting me, I'm Dr. Lina. I'm a doctor of business and technology, and I help professionals, individuals turn their 9 to 5 income into real wealth, right? Because if all that you do with your money is save, 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 unfortunately, you're not going to build wealth, right? Saving, they say save, right? But unfortunately, that's not the strategy to build wealth. But then what is the right strategy to build wealth? The right strategy to build wealth is you invest, because when you save, it's just inflation is taking a toll on your money and you're losing your money. Okay. So, all right. Any question? Maybe we'll keep it short today. Great, great, great. So, just to say something, always understand. Oh, thank you so much for sharing the light. Thank you for tapping out the light. Thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, thank you for doing that. So always understand something, that sometimes, people got their paycheck yesterday, so this is just a good time. A lot of people do not have money problem, right? You might feel that some people you make your income and you might be like, okay, you know what? I'm making money, right? But it just still feels stuck. That's because there's a system problem. It's not a money problem per se, okay? Because without a system, what you realize is that the money is going to disappear. It might just be the reason that your money is disappearing. So you have to have a system. One of the systems that really helps me, is the 4 account system. And I'm going to talk about it. I've been talking about it for the past 3 days. Just try this account, this 4 account system, and see, you can be doing the same thing and expect a different result. Okay. Adrian, congratulations. Adrian Nankep, congratulations. And both of you that just registered right now, I think now we have 2 more seats, right? Both of you that just registered right now, you would have received an email. Please, that confirm that you got the email. That email, you will have recommendation in terms of brokerage firm that you should have. So if you're in the US, you have something like Fidelity, Robinhood, you have Vanguard, you have Charles Schwab, you have Weibo, quite a number of them, but it's in that mail. If you are in Europe, you'd have had Trading 212 and a couple of more. If you're in Canada, you'd have seen Wealth Simple and some others. If you're in Africa, you would have gotten Right Vest, Bamboo, and some other ones, Investment One, Stanbic IBTC. If you are in UAE, you are in Asia, you are in other countries, and you have registered and your country is not listed or your region is not listed, please send me a DM and we'll provide you recommendation. I'm affiliated with the countries in any way, or with the brokerage firm in any way. It's just simply recommendation, or you can simply go on Google and check what's the best investment houses. You still have to, depending if you're in the United States, you still have 1 hour or 2 or 3 hours to go and open your account. If you open your account, so that by tomorrow, It's easy. I mean, you can follow the steps and all of that during the class. Okay. Thank you all for tapping out the live. Thank you. So I just says I have individual shares and just had more to it, but not consistently. Yeah. So actually, and you've been talking about this, right? Because I know you come here every day. Consistency is absolutely a very, very vital part of this. You have started, which is a good thing, but this is going to help you. Your focus in this in workshop should be consistency, right? Consistency, because when you do it consistently like a clockwork, so whenever you get your paycheck, right, let it automate. That's why there's going to be part of automation. There's going to be the automation whereby you are ensuring that there's a certain amount, no matter how little, that goes into your account every single month, and then you are buying that asset every single month. That's going to help you with dollar cost averaging, right? It's because the ones that you bought now, we don't know if you bought it when the market was high, right? All-time high, right? But if you keep buying consistently, what you realize is that you will be able to buy when the market is at the low. You will buy when the market is average. You are still buying when it's high. So that helps you reduce your cost. And automatically, because you are investing over time, you realize that, you realize that, oh, you know what, you are building, your money grows. Compounding does the job. So let's focus on that. And automation is what you need. Automation will help you drive the consistency, and the discipline you need. But that's a great question. House of Tea said, okay, one other question. I just says, aside that, can I invest in? Absolutely. As a matter of fact, I talk about the basket of stocks, which is ETF. Basically, let nobody deceive you. I give everything. There's no gatekeeping here. Let's keep tapping now the life, as I do not gatekeep. I give all the information freely, right? Can we just tap out the life and share it with our friends? Let's subscribe if you haven't, because no gatekeeping. Whatever I talk about here, people will charge thousands of dollars for that, but give it freely. It's basically, whenever the question that you're asking about, invest in a basket, that is an ETF or index fund. The difference between the two is, in ETF you trade it like stock, right? Index fund, it's at the end of the day, right? Once after the trading window, right? That's when you get your money, how much you sell and whatever. So they are the same thing, tracks almost the same thing. Like S&P 500 ETF, you have a VOO, you have IVV, you have SPY, but like the S&P index fund, which Fidelity has one, it will be like FXIX, right? Something of that nature. So I always encourage that. Why? Because when you buy individual stocks, it's a 50-50 chance. You can either lose the money, or let's say 33.3%. You can either lose your money, you gain your money, or it remains flat, right? Because you are buying just one stock. Now, if you buy the basket of funds like the ETF and index funds, you are not just, it changes the ratios from 50-50. It changes it to 1 against 700, 1,000 stocks that is in that basket. So if it's like an S&P 500, top 500 company in the United States, what you realize is that you are betting against, your risk is way lower. You're spreading your risk because you have diversified your portfolio, right? So it means that if one stock goes down, right, you still have so many other stocks. If one stock goes down 400, we still have 499. So definitely I talk about ETF. And as a matter of fact, why do I also talk about ETF? Why is it, aside from the fact that all this analysis or paralysis around it, when you go on Google, you can do it right now. Always say on social media, trust but verify. Whatever you do in life, always trust but verify, right? Go on Google and check, where does the multi-millionaire, I did not say millionaires, multi-millionaires and the billionaires, where do they put their money? And come back and tell me what you see there. Because depending on where you're seeing it, it's either you see number one as real estate, number two as index fund or ETF, or you see number one as index fund or ETF and number two as real estate, interchangeably. And those are two major pillars. Then you see businesses. Those are where the multi-millionaires and the billionaires put their money. That's because, they invest long term. It's, and then it helps you to spread your risk, because whenever you're investing, like the same way I lost my $100,000, which I've not stopped talking about, right? The same way I lost my 99.9%, right? In tens of thousands of dollars about 6 years ago. That's if I'd put it in an ETF, I probably would not lose it. But I did penny stock day trading. Lesson learned, right? Lesson learned. So absolutely. Aside that, yes, I would even recommend do more of the baskets than the individual stock. And whenever you do the basket, you should whenever you do the basket, you should ensure that you are checking. When you do individual stock, make sure you do your research. The same with ETF, right? It's just that those ones have index funds, so you can already read the review of the index funds and all of that. Okay. Can an F1 student also do the investment? I think so. I want to believe so. I believe, yes, you should. Because I have one of my clients that's an F1 student. I mean, I know that she's not yet a green card holder. She is, but she's a professor. She lectures because she's a doctoral student. And she was able to open it. She opened the account. She has Robinhood. She had Fidelity. She has a 401k and all of that, right? And just, yeah, you can. At least I know two people now, two people, right? You might have a little bit of struggle when it comes to real estate, right? You might just want to check with your immigration officer, when it comes to. But I believe in the stock market, it should not be a problem. Let's keep tapping out the life. And today's question and answer. So feel free to ask your question. I have 99% sure signal, and I am powerful scalping strategy. So don't waste your time. Link in the bio. Trade Zenith, right? That's the same way, right? That I lost my money, right? So nobody's going to be checking the trade Zenith, right? Nobody's doing that. We're not doing signal here. This is about long-term investing. We have figured out a better way to invest, because I lost money in the stock market doing all of this, right? Well, I respect what you do, right? But these here is about protection first before we talk about growth, right? We're ready. We're not doing get rich quick scheme, right? Because we have seen that get rich quick scheme, all those hypes does not. Yes, it might be like, it's just like fire. It's just like fix, right? You fix your high for a minute, then your reality comes sets in again. But here we do compound interest, and I think you should use that as well. Try that as well and see. I mean, put some of your money aside and put it towards, smart investing method, right? And see how it works. I've tried the two coins, and I've seen that one is building money for me steadily, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and one lost me 99 point something, 99,000. I always like to not complete $100,000 on the dot, because so that I can, lick my wounds a little bit. Because I did penny stock, exactly what you're talking about right now. I did that, and I did day trading, and of course I did lose money. I did options trading. Developer Wale, how are you? If not, they can use Bamboo app. Did you say something earlier? Let me see. Brett, thank you for the follow. I want to make sure I did not miss. Oh, okay. Can you? Oh, okay. I guess you're asking for the people that said F1. Yes, that's also a good one. Yes, I like that perspective. Because if at least you probably still have your own country information, where you can easily open your account and do it from there. That's a very good perspective. You can, yeah, you're right. I think it was House of Tea that is responded to. Hello, Husman, how are you? Hello, brother, how are you? Welcome. Subscribe, and today is question and answer about investing. I hope that, yes, thank you so much for that. They will have access to the US ETF and stock. Yes, they will. They will, absolutely. And that's what I said earlier. But it's the real estate that is a little bit tricky, because depending on, it should not be a problem. So if you have not registered House of Tea, register. And of course, whenever you're trying to open the account, they will ask you. So you can get on the phone with them, get on the phone with customer service and get it figured out. If in doubt, ask questions, right? Today's question and answer, guys. Question and answer. So if you have any question, about the workshop tomorrow, right? The free workshop, and if you have not registered for the free workshop tomorrow, I think at this point, we had we got to the 80 capacity, but then we had some people register twice. Maybe it was just maybe they did not get an email on time, right? And because they did not get the real email on time, they registered the second time. So that created an additional slot. Yes, I'll answer yes. You can ask the developer Wale. Don't ask permission to ask question. Yeah, just put it there. Just put it there. Real estate question. Go ahead. Yeah, it's anything investing. Real estate kind of investing. So let me show you again. And thank you all for the follow. Thank you for tapping out the live. Everyone. Okay, somebody. Let me see. Okay. Perfect. And if anybody wants to come up, feel free to come up. Just send a request. You see the invite right here. Just click on it, and I will get you admitted, and you can ask your question. Go ahead, developer. How are you? Happy Friday, and
Happy Friday.
and happy May 1st.
So, I always look for, say, maybe let me say more wisdom or more tricks or
Yeah, developer Wale,
mental.
1 second. Just for everyone that is joining, if you have not joined the Smart Investing Workshop tomorrow, like it's all about stock market, right? How you invest smartly through using ETF is a workshop. You would find the link in my bio. I think we only have 2 seats left. That's the link next to you.me. Click on it. It's free, but registration is required. Click on open anyway, right there, and then you would see it right here. Click on it. It takes you 1 minute or less to get registered, and you would get an email instantly to confirm that you're registered. Please make sure you take action on that email because it has emails around you opening your account and get ready, right? Get ready. And if you are experiencing any challenge, do send me a message. Bibiana, welcome. Okay, developer Wale, the floor is yours.
Yes, I have 2 questions.
Yes,
So
sir.
the first one is about the method to pay off mortgage faster. So I was talking to a friend of mine, and he told me something, and I was like, okay, this method actually sounds so nice, but I'm not too sure yet. And let me explain to you. So I want you to check with me if it's okay. The first one is he mentioned about line of credit. So he said if I have like let's say 20,000 line of credit, so whatever amount I spend on line of credit, that's what they would be me interest they would charge me for, right? So he mentioned that if I pay $10,000, if I take $10,000 from line of credit and I pay it towards the mortgage, of course that $10,000 can save me 2 years of my mortgage life. And I've cut down 2 years out of 30 years. Now the goal is to quickly try as much as possible to pay line of credit back anytime. Then if you look at the interest rate on the $10,000 I'm taking from a line of credit, is probably less than $500 interest that will be charged out of that. But currently, the amount he said it's good for someone that just started a mortgage, not someone that has been paying mortgage for a long time. So if you look at someone that just started mortgage, the amount that probably goes towards interest, if the person is paying, let's say, 2,500, the person is probably paying almost 2,300, or no, even more than that, almost like maybe 1,900 towards interest. Now, there is no way I'm going to owe $10,000 on line of credit and the interest will be up to 1,900. So with that, is that I'm taking line of credit to save myself some years on the loan or mortgage loan, and also saving some money on the interest. But that person must have a very strong discipline of paying the line of credit back. That's my first question. What do you think about that idea?
It's a You ended it with the last part that I was going to say, which is discipline, right? Because you're putting whenever you take another credit line on your property, you on a property, whenever you take the first one on a property, it's called a lien, right? You get a first lien. When you get another one, you get a second lien on the property, like LIEN, right? Meaning that it's a bigger risk on your, if it means that you could lose your property if anything goes wrong, because the while I agree with the ELOC, whatever, the discipline is very key, right? Because that's a risk. However, the other part of this that I do not, or that person did not explain well to you, ELOC is a lot of times is way higher than the regular interest rate, right? But I understand the strategy, which is a good strategy, which is right now you're going to take ELOC, but remember, when you take that ELOC, it's in your account, and every single you go and pay this amount, whatever here, the interest is a little bit higher on the ELOC side, right? But you're using it to um using it to reduce, the almost like the number of years on your property. It's regular line of credit, not on property. No, it's a lock. What line of credit?
Oh, there's some line of credit. I'll give you an example.
Oh, I
So
get you.
let's say,
So
yeah,
what's
there's
going
some
to
other line
be?
of credit that I know like attached to my property.
So what's it attached to? What is the collateral?
Okay, so for example, so I use my home for business, right? So technically I can get business line of credit, but just not attached to my home. It's a business line of credit. I use my home for business, right? So that means I can get that line of credit and I can also use it to fund the interest on my property because I'm using my home for business. So not
So
line of credit attached to my home or anything related to ELO.
you see, you're making sense. We're all learning business line of credit. I get you because I have like close to like maybe over 100,000 in terms of business line of credit, and you could actually see. I like this. You can have that line of credit, and at times, like the one I got with Chase, the line of credit that I have, it was almost 100,000 on one of them, and I did not have to pay any interest on it. So it's almost like I didn't have to pay any interest for like maybe a year or two. So you
Oh,
could
that's free check.
what?
That's open check.
That's open check, right? So you could actually use that money to pay your mortgage, right? Pay down the principal because you have to indicate that it is towards your principal. So you paid down your principal. You like, okay, use it to pay, this amount towards my principal, right? And just say, okay, keep everything as is. But the interest is zero for that 1 year or 2 years or whatever. So you're not paying interest on, so it reduces how much you have left. That actually makes sense. That actually makes sense. That because there's no, I mean, it's basic because really all those credit lines are they're not, they're not tied to anything. They're just tied to your business. It's just like the credit
Yeah.
card that you get for your business. It's not tied to anything. It's not, it's just almost like a credit card.
Yeah.
That's actually amazing. And it's very easy to get them. That's the thing, especially if it's a new company.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. See?
Yeah, that's my force. I told you I always look for because I know this country is all about information.
Oh,
And
yes.
especially being black, you have to do a lot of extra work to know what is going on. Not just be working and just keep paying people. Because to be honest with you, I've had my property for 4 years now, and anytime I check my what do you call it? Check my mortgage account, I get so upset every day because a lot is going towards interest. And I was just like, what is going on here? There should be another way to beat this system legally, like without any problem. So that was why during the time that was because that my friend is almost done with his mortgage right now.
So did you
So
use this
now,
method?
yes, he used the method when he started. Yes.
Oh,
So
wow.
now that he has paid a lot, that is the interest he's paying on his mortgage right now is very, very low. So that line of credit will not really work for him anymore. It doesn't really worth it anymore to use that. That was why I called my attention to that. I still have time because a lot is going towards interest right now, and you can quickly beat the system and pay. And of course, yes, I have business that have been in existence since 2016, so I can easily get this line of credit. But at the same time, I always like to also check. I don't want the one side information to cover my eyes, not to ask somebody else to see if it's something that I can do. That's my first question.
It's whatever you said right now is actually very logical, and you're not doing, anything wrong, right? The only thing is it possible that, let's drag him here and just, I mean, because he's done it, right? He's responsible, so that we can, he just shares knowledge, right? Because I know that there was another person that brought about the ELOC. I think it's Mr. KDAV or something. He's talked about something, another kind of strategy, but that one is on the property, right? You have an home equity line of credit. But this business line of credit that you talked about actually make a lot of sense, because you can actually use that credit, and a lot of and to also add it to you, developer Wally. I know this this business line of credit. Typically, they would do 10 months, right? I mean, they would do 12 months, 24 months, right? It doesn't go beyond that. How about for free, right? Where it is no interest. How about you keep getting it every 2 years? You get this one, then you go to another bank after 2 years, then you qualify again and get another one. So you get it
All
interest
right.
free. Yeah. I mean, and then you get it interest free, right?
Yeah.
And if anybody has done this, please, we're talking about, I mean, part of what we talk about is one of my pillars is real estate investing. And, then we talk about the stock market investing. So all is asking right now is about how can we pay off the mortgage faster, right? Within, the system loophole that is there, right? And it's just explaining that it is a method where you can get your business line of credit, use it to pay off, and some of the business line of credits you can get it at zero interest for 10 months, for 12 months, just like the credit card, for 12 months, 14 months. Then you use it for that period. You use it to pay the mortgage, take the entire amount, pay the mortgage, so that your interest is, and so you have zero interest basically, versus paying 7%, 8%, something of that nature. And the other thing, you can actually do a reclass. There's something called reclass, whereby let's assume that our forever home, we got it in 2024, and our interest rate is as high as over 7% and of which, yeah, of which some of our properties is 1.71%, the biggest is the smallest is 1.75, and the highest interest is over 7%. So you can actually take this money, right? The reclass. You can take that credit, whatever. Maybe you take 100,000. Let's say you have a credit line of 100,000. You can take that money and go to the bank and or the mortgage company and tell them, please recast, or not recast, recast my loan. What that does is they would use because you are putting a huge sum of amount in, right, into that property. What that does is they can reduce your interest rate, instead of me going and do what's it called, refinance, and then now the closing costs and go through all of those things again. All they have to do at that point is they would recast your loan. Think about it, recasting, read through it as well. Let's do the research together, and maybe we'll be able to provide some solution, right? Because you take that loan, the credit line, business credit line, right? Use it, put it towards a huge amount, put it towards the principal, and then tell them, I want a recast, and then they would reduce your interest. So it's two things that it's doing right there. It's reducing your loan, right? Your interest rate permanently, and it's not one time. So by the time you are done with the 2 years, whatever, with your free business credit line, by the time you are done with that one, your loan is your interest. Let's say your mine is like 7%. If they recast it to 6%, my interest is going to permanently be at 6%, which also put more money into my pocket as well. Right? So think about that one as well.
There's so many ways. I believe that this system was created and the loophole also was created. Like everything was created, and because I believe they created this loophole for themselves.
Okay.
So you just have to know that, okay, how can I also take benefit of this system? What is in there? I mean, legally, without any illegal stuff, it's 100% in there. Walk into the bank, ask them questions, and if something can work, and that's just me. If I walk to the bank, I want some certain deal. If it cannot work, I'll walk away and I'll go somewhere else. I have more than one bank. I'll go to credit union, ask them. And if it can work, that's totally fine. Because before, in fact, I didn't know before that somebody, when you try to, let's say, apply for loan or you need something in the bank, some bank managers can make decision. Not the information about we run your credit, or unfortunately we can. That thing is all about relationship. It has happened to me maybe like 8 years ago. I have been using my credit union for a long time. So, and I walked into the bank and I had a banker in there that, they financed my car back then and everything was going well. Then I traveled to Nigeria. So they tried to reach me. I think I missed payment one time. I missed like maybe $100. And by the time I go back, I spent over a month in Nigeria. So, and they put my account on delinquent or something. So, and immediately I called them actually that when I go back immediately, I say, oh, I missed this payment. I was out of the country. I made the payment. Just that one thing. And when I went back to apply for loan, they denied the loan. They declined. I said, okay. So then my banker called me and said, hey, I saw it on my system that you applied for loan and they declined. I said, yes. I was like, what happened? I said, I don't know. They said I missed payment once. And I've been with you guys for a long time. She was like, give me 1 minute. And I spoke to the manager. The next thing I received was email that no one's approved. I was like, okay, so this thing is not just about the system only. Then at the same time, being in tech, I know what we call approval process. There's some certain things that the boss can override as well. So it's all about information, the relationship you build with your bank and all of that. Anyways, let me go to my second question.
You're right. And before I had, just to add to that, and I'll quickly show something. You mentioned two things, right? Nahum, yes, that's so true. With the Chase whenever I say Chase gives you 0.01%, that's what you get, right? Bank of America, you get 0.01% interest, right? That's what everybody gets. What if I tell you that the minimum I've gotten from Chase, it's over 2 point something percent. Yes, that same Chase, over 2 point something percent, but it's still not up to like the Capital One. So it's also about relationship. It's also about how much they value. That's why you find the wealthy, they will have more access to certain advantages than the middle class. And just to buttress what we were saying earlier, that the system is designed. So listen and watch this. I actually have it on my Instagram page, right? I just posted it on my story. So listen to this, and I want everybody to listen to this, and this will change your mindset. See. How come he's not talking? Come on. Why is he not talking? Okay, let me figure it out. Otherwise, I'll do it on my phone and show us. It's on David Batch. What's his name? And he was telling us how the system is rigged. Okay, let me see. Maybe it works. It's not. Okay, give me 1 second. Maybe it's on mute. Why is it not playing?
So, and after that conference, the co-executive conference war room. That war room, to join that conference is $25,000. It's full of top people. But war room simply means you'll be in the same room with some top people. And I will tell you so many things in that room. And coming out from that room, you'll never remain the same. But the point is, where is $25,000 coming from?
Oh, somebody just paid 40,000 on real estate the other day. Or Oleps, she paid 40,000 to not down payment for training. Yeah.
I'm not at that level yet.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm just saying, yeah. Okay, but the people that are paying 25,000, you'll be so surprised that they know that they are going to get at least 2.5 million. So what's 25,000 exactly?
I'm telling you, a lot of people signed up. I was like, wow. So, and the thing is that they are giving them that secret. That's the major thing. And connection, the secret and connection right there. Anyways, let me quickly jump to my second question, because it's almost time for my meeting at work.
Oh, that's fine.
My second one is that I like calculation in law, especially when it comes to money. So if, let's assume that I'm paying $3,000 as mortgage, then based on my calculation, 50% of that money is going towards interest. That's $1,500.
Depending on what, depending on the at what stage of at what year that you are.
Yes, yes. I'm just like, this is just like kind of giving a random number.
Hypothetically.
So now 1,500. And that investment through maybe stash, because I use stash a lot. Like auto, they take money from my account, put it. I know when my paycheck is coming in, before I start spending it, take it. So they take some, they put it in my portfolio. I have smart portfolio that auto invest, and I decide I never lose money on that auto invest and smart portfolio. Then at the same time, I have one that I control everything, invest and withdraw and all of that myself. Now my question is this: if let's say I set up extra 1,000 for investment every month, now 1,000 for investment and I'm paying 1,500 as loan, will you advise to reduce the number of the $1,000 investment to 500 and I put extra 500 towards principal on my mortgage, because the amount I'm paying as interest is way more than the profit I'm making at this point on the investment stock or ETF? Well, what's your advice?
So it depends on your financial goals, right? If your goal is to pay off your mortgage quickly, right? If your goal is to pay off your mortgage quickly, I would just take that money and put that extra towards my principal, right? Every single month. I'll do that. But I mean, if your goal is not, you're okay with the, with the 30 years, but I think I already know the answer, because I know your goal is to pay off your mortgage every single time. So just put the money towards the principal, basically. That's it. Because whatever return you are getting on your investment, on your stock, right? You're saying that is nothing compared. Yeah, it's nothing compared to your property. Right? It's nothing compared to the interest. So your interest, your mortgage, we're saying basically your mortgage interest is basically higher than the return on your investment in the stock market. That's what you just said. Basically.
Yes.
Okay. So I mean, that's a no-brainer then. Then put it towards your mortgage. Know that your mortgage is totally out of the way. Can you mute yourself, Andrew? Oh, okay. You want to come?
Awesome. Thank you. I will join back. I want to quickly have
okay.
Join the meeting, and I'll pop in again.
Absolutely. Yes. Go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, I wanted to. One is a question, and two is to contribute on this mortgage thing.
Okay.
Then there's what you call a smart mortgage too, which is using an IUL. I don't know if you know about IUL.
Yes, they talk about IUL, but I know
Okay.
every single time it's a problem. So I always avoid it.
Okay.
And I know it's something, one question that has always, even with Dave Ramsey, when they bring it to him, he will tell you, you know, put your investment different and put your insurance different, because it's like you are bringing insurance and investment together, right?
Mm-hmm.
So whenever it comes to IUL, and then the other thing, trust me, before I finish this statement, 5 people, you're in a noisy place. About 5 people would comment about IUL. Some would say it's a good thing. Some would say, oh, it's a scam. Some would say this. Some would say that. So it is very controversial. And whenever something is controversial, I try to, and especially if I am not in it yet and I've not put my money, a lot of times I try to just stay away from it. Okay. When it comes to IU, I always try to yeah.
Okay, I will respect that, and I'm in that line. So if that's not what you want to talk about in your platform, I will respect that.
Thank
So
you. Okay.
yeah,
But you said there's
but
another one.
yeah, the other one was I asked in your DM, I asked you. I just did a SoFi. I transferred money from my bank account to SoFi with a $1,000, but it was 1%. I'm seeing there. So now I don't know when you are saying Capital One. I don't know if I should close the SoFi and just move to the Capital One, or there was something I did wrong and that can be recorrected.
Okay.
So that's my question.
Let's see. Best IU savings account. And welcome to May. It's already May 2026. So let's do that. And we will pull it. I mean, I always say that trust but verify, right? So Barclays, where's SoFi? It says 4% with zero minimum. See, let me do my screen so you can see right now. So if it's not showing, then you need to no, okay. If it's not showing, then you need to go back to them and use this, right? See, you see 4%. This is SoFi, right?
Yeah.
See, it says 4%,
Yeah.
right? Take it to them. It might just be an error, or let them explain to you. Put it to you. Tell them I put it to you that you have it online. And then
Okay.
yeah, so that's it. It's 4%. The other thing is that you can, if once you call them and they're not, they're not speaking the language that you want to hear, why not just open another account and just transfer? It takes you 3 minutes. Get it done and move it.
Sure.
Well, Capital One is about 3.3%. What's it called? There's the chime here that is, yeah. Oh, you have to have a direct
So I'm
deposit from your employer to get 4%. Okay, that's what it is.
oh,
Yes, a
direct
direct
debit from your employer.
employer. Yes.
So yeah, I'm giving it to my employer as my account. Is
Some
that what
of it. It doesn't have to be everything. So you go to employer, you say that they should set up your ACH. So some of your paycheck, you just do it. But thank you so much for that, Suarez, right? So just tell your employer to, send some of your money, maybe 500, whatever.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be everything, right?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Please let me know how it goes. If it's still not working, just, pause. Just move. I mean, I always say I'm not a
Because
tree.
they have checking and saving, but I did it savings. I only just opened savings. That was what I did.
So it
So
should
I
be
don't know
high
whether
yield
that's part of
savings.
it. Okay.
High yield savings account.
Gotcha.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. Just
So
make
they
sure
have
it's.
normal savings. They have normal savings, or
I don't know. Suarez, do you know?
okay.
Or does anybody know if they have normal regular savings? Because I know with Capital One has zero saving. They have the regular savings account, right? Then they now have the IU. So do they have regular SoFi? Do they have regular savings account, or their savings account is automatically IU savings? Yeah, request the developer Wale. Request to come up, right? If you want to come up. Suarez, do you have, is it IE savings account, that's your savings account, or they have a regular savings account that's giving 0.01%? Because I know with Capital One they have the regular savings account, then they have the IE savings account. So yeah, and I have both, right? I have both. So there's something 360, and then there's the IE savings account. And everybody that's opened their IE savings account, you should have gotten your interest today, no matter how small. I mean, it might feel very weird to you, right? In case you see your money increase, that's the reason, because you put it in an IE savings account. That's why. Can somebody confirm if they, but I'll just rather just confirm, just call customer service. Only if you don't provide the direct deposit. Okay, okay. So you just need to do direct deposit then. Yeah. So Andrew, I'll just call
Okay.
them. I'll call them and just confirm that that's what's going on. Biobi, how are you? Welcome, welcome.
Okay.
Thank you for
Thank
tapping
you.
out the light, and I got your message. I hope you got your response back. Perfect. Yeah, you're welcome, Andrew. Does that answer all your question? Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can still stay here. It's always lonely on this side being alone. So it's good to have. So today's question and answer days, guys. Today's question and answer. So if you have any question at all, feel free to jump up, come up and ask. And if you are just joining, there's a smart investing workshop. It's all about how to invest in ETF, like exchange traders funds, and it's simply a basket. Don't get confused. It's simply a basket. It's simply a basket, individual stock versus multiple of stocks. That's just the difference between the two. Individual. So whenever you buy stock, it's individual. But whenever you buy ETF, exchange traded funds, you are buying entire stocks that is in that basket, which helps you to diversify your risk, which helps you to spread your risk, right? Yeah, that's what we have the workshop tomorrow. It is free. It's 12 Central Time tomorrow. It's free. I think we only have about 2 seats left. As a matter of fact, we are gotten the capacity at 80, but then we saw notice that some people registered twice. Maybe it was a technical glitch on their end, and that's why we have few more seats left open. I think we have four, and two persons already registered in this line. So if you have not registered, you want to learn how, and if you have not followed, come on, follow. You're finding it valuable, right? Follow, and let's keep tapping out the light. So if you are not registered, you see it right here. You see the nestu.me. Click on it. Then it's going to bring you here. Click on open anyway. Then you would see it right here with my beautiful face and my wig, right? Click on it, and in 2 minutes you can get registered. Hey, baby girl, thank you for the follow, and every other person, thank you all for tapping out the like. Okay, okay, developer Wale is back, and feel free to also request. Just press. You see this invite here? Click on it. Is the workshop going to be recorded? Most likely it's going to be, right? But it's a workshop. Right, but if it's going to be recorded, then we will talk about every other thing in class, in the workshop. All right, so see if you, okay, developer, well, go ahead.
Oh, I don't have any other questions.
Okay, but did that
Yeah.
answer your question earlier?
Oh, yes, perfectly.
Okay, okay. And let me know how you do your research, right? I mean, let me know whatever you figure out, because I think you are on this ride with me. I have maybe a handful of houses that we still not have paid off. And I think maybe just three, or about three, that the interest is high. The other two, there's one that's 1.75, the other one is 2.1 or something thereabout. So those ones is okay. I'm not even going to bother myself. I want to even keep it there. I'm not going to be, but so I would like to know how, especially our primary. Oh, that one is too high. So I like this conversation. Let me see how it works out for you. And then I would, do exactly the same thing. I'm going to even be looking into it. I'll be looking into it.
So reclass only comes in when you have like extra money.
Recast.
Recast, sorry.
Yes. No, I made a mistake. I said recast before, but it's a recast. So CAST. So it's like you put a huge amount, wait, I'm not saying the huge amount, it might be like 50,000, right? You put it in there and then you tell them that request that I need my loan to be recast. So be recasted, right? So let's say recasting a loan. Okay, it's even recasting a mortgage. So, I mean, Google is my friend. So, it says mortgage recasting allow homeowners to lower their monthly payment by making a lump sum payment towards the principal without changing the interest loan or rate term. Mortgage recasting is a financial strategy where a borrower makes a large lump sum payment towards the principal balance of the existing mortgage. After this payment, the lender recalculates and amortizes. So amortization is what, that's why you pay some more. You pay a lot more at the beginning, right? That's why your interest is higher and is higher in the earlier years. So that the amortization schedule, it's not flat. It's not straight line, right? So it says after this payment, the lender recalculates or reamortizes the remaining loan, resulting in a lower monthly payment. But it's saying while keeping the original interest rate and loan term unchanged. Unlike refinancing, recasting does not involve taking out new loan, credit check, or extensive paper work. This one is saying that it's not changing the interest rate. What I was told or what I understood is that your interest rate, you can ask them to lower it. So I would contact my friend. I'll contact what's his name, Moto Mortgage. I will contact him and ask him about this. So contact your lender. I said how it was. Contact your lender. Confirm that your mortgage qualifies for recasted, as not all lenders or loan types allows it. Government-backed loans like FHA, VA, and USDA mortgage are typically ineligible. So you want to check that. Make a lump sum payment. So number 2 is make a lump sum payment. Pay a significant amount towards your principal, often 5,000 to 10,000, or a percentage of your balance. This can come from savings, a bonus, inheritance, or home sale proceed. Request the recast. Ask your lender or a servicer to reamortize your loan. A small administrative fee, usually $150 to $500, which is nothing compared to refinance. Then receive new payment schedule. The lender provides an updated amortization schedule reflecting a lower payment based on the reduced principal. Okay, so it simply means, okay, Apostle, you got the second email today. That's great. And have you subscribed to the YouTube channel? You need to go watch those videos and subscribe and open all your accounts, do all of that. Then it says benefits of recasting, lower monthly payments, right? So number 1, lower monthly payments reduces your monthly mortgage obligation without refinancing. So if you don't want to refinance, but you want to, because I think it's actually right, because how do you reduce your monthly payment if the interest is not low? Is it that? Yeah, because it's towards your principal. So but what you're saying is that the interest, as part of the recast, you can also ask for the interest to be lower. That's because that's the one that I'm more concerned about. Oh yeah, okay, perfect. Reduce interest. Number 2, reduce interest rate over time. Pay the principal early decreases total interest paid over the life of a loan. Then 3, no change to loan terms. Keep your existing interest rate and loan term interest. 4, simpler and less expensive than refinancing. Avoids credit checks, closing costs, and new application loans. So instead of whenever you get those bonuses, let me shake the table a little bit. Whenever you get those bonuses, instead of you to go and buy that Chanel bag, that purse, right, or that Lobotini shoes, take that money, go and use it to do recast every year. That mortgage of 30 years, guess what? It's going to be after 5 years, you'll be left with 5 years. Okay? And then you are free from mortgage after another 5 years. And then you can start using your mortgage. You can start using it towards Lobotini shoes and, those LV purse, right? So for all my ladies that is buying MS, that MS, put it towards the mortgage. And those men buying those Mercedes. So the consideration and limitation, lump sum, large lump sum required. Not all homeowners can afford the minimum principal payment required for recasting, right? Loan type, government-backed loans are generally ineligible, and policies for jumbo loans vary. Jumbo loans are, I think loans above 600,000. Then three, no interest reduction. If your goal is lower your interest rate, refinancing may be a better option. So this is the part that I need to verify, because based on the explanation I got, your interest should actually go lower. And I'm going to look for the video right now. Then administrative fees. Small fees may apply, though they are typically lower than refinancing. When to consider requesting, you receive a large sum of money, inheritance, bonus, or savings, or want to reduce your monthly payment. You want to lower your mortgage payments without changing your interest rate or loan term. You prefer a simpler, less costly alternative to refinancing. Mortgage recasting is a practical option for homeowners looking to improve cash flow and reduce interest costs without the complexity of refinancing. Provided their loan type and lender allows it. So that's just it. That's it. Let me, the Google is our friend, right? Let's ask the question. And feel free to ask any question, guys. Feel free to ask any question. I want to just recasting a mortgage by reducing the interest rate. Okay. So, and thank you all for tapping out the live. He keeps saying that it does not lower your interest rate. It primarily reduces your monthly payment by reamortization your loan after a lump sum. Okay. Let me check with my my mortgage consultant. Let me check, because my understanding that it also reduces your interest rate when you put those large sum in there. Okay. Because everybody is trying to look for ways to reduce the mortgage. I don't want to refinance. But then at the same time, I don't want to refinance unless I'm able to get like a 5% interest, right? But instead of doing the refinance, I am putting extra money towards the principal every single month or every single year, doing that. And with that, I'm able to reduce my my number of years while also reducing my interest. But then I was super excited about this recasting. But now that they're saying that the interest rate is not going to go lower, but it's something that you can definitely use, because you can definitely also reduce the number of years that it takes, right? Okay. All right. Any other question? Developer Wale, please tell us, do the research. The person I worked with, did he do a 30 years mortgage? And is 30 years mortgage how many years did he shave off, right? This method, how many years did he shave off? And then, with the credit line, does it really matter? Is it that the bank is requiring you to bring something, Yeah. And feel free, any other question as we're wrapping up? Any question on real estate? Any question on the Smart Investing Workshop tomorrow? Ajay, Tayuza, Bayobi, Darlington, Developer Wale, Suarez. Oh, Winifred, congratulations, you just got your slot. Suarez, Opal, August, Calebo, Sojourners, Ladies, additional S33. G's, welcome every other person. Thank you for tapping out the live. Thank you all for tapping out the live. Can we get it to 5,000? Can we tap it to 5,000? And thank you all for the follow. So if you have been here and you have not followed, come on. And for those that have registered, and if even if you have not registered for the free training, if you have not registered, go and get your registration done. Get your account open, and of course, go to the YouTube channel, subscribe, and watch the 2 videos, because you would have gotten an email, and you should have also gotten another reminder email, and you would have your Zoom link in that email. So that email is absolutely important. Okay. Thank you for tapping out the light. Thank you for sharing the live. Yes, I see that we are heavily tapping right now. If we can do that, that would be. I know we are all locked in today. I know we are all locked, and today is question and answer day. So, yeah, definitely. And who is executing the what's it called, the 4 account system that I mentioned? So the 4 account system that you should have, try it for 3 months at least, right? Is have your bills account, not just one account, your bills account. That bills account should, everything should be almost zero by the, I mean, your income account, everything should be almost zero by the end of the month, by day 4, day 5. Have your bills account and your spending account, your utilities, your rent, your groceries, your feeding, transportation, all of that goes into that. Then you have your emergency fund account. Emergency fund account is absolutely very critical for you. It's your 3 months of your living expenses, right? Your basic need, those 4 things, right, that I mentioned. For 3 months, multiply it. So if it's 3,000, multiply it by 3, 9,000. Or 6 months, that's 18,000. If it's 5,000, the same thing. Multiply, and it's putting it there. That's the other one. Then the last one is your wealth account. And we're going to be doing everything about this one tomorrow in the Smart Investing Workshop. You have to have your Roth IRA. You have to have your HSA. You have to have your 401k. And you also have to have your normal brokerage account, right? And all of this, you should automate the payment, do direct deposits into all of these accounts, and then you would realize that you have clarity with your money. Because for all you care right now, your expenses might even be way more. Please, the registration for the link. Geez, like seriously, for the geez, you have been here. Come on, okay, I show it to you, my friend. You are a regular, right? You're an OG. See it here. Look at it. Go out right now, please. Okay, go there. Go on my bio. You see it here. Next.me. Click on it, and then open anyway, and you'll see it right here. Okay, you see it right here. I'm seeing your messages coming. I'm seeing your messages coming. So if you're here, that's how you get into it. All right. And we will be wrapping up the live. Please join on time tomorrow. Okay. Join on time. You get reminder emails. And I know that we have some people that are just going to be joining last minute. That's why you see me talking about it, because it's going to be life changing, really. People that have been like on the sideline, I don't want to have been, it's not like they've just been, it's not like they don't want to invest. It's just like there's no time. Life is just life, and it's just work. And, but this is just supposed to force you to do it, right? That in itself is like the most important part of it. That's why I want you to have your account open, follow the step, right? It's like you are conditioned to do it. Even if you know how to do it, you are conditioned to do it at that time. And of course, you are setting up 1, 2, 3 hours to get it done, which you probably would not have been able to do yourself, right? Or not because you don't want to do it, but because something else just takes over while you're doing it. Okay. So that's why I want everybody. So, all right. Any other question? I hope I've been able to add value, right? I hope I've been able to add value today. You always start, whenever I'm talking about investing, start simple, right? And be consistent. That is what the strategy is all about. Simple consistency, because that's what we'll be breaking down in the Smart Investing Workshop, right? Consistency is very, very key. That's why we'll be having automation, right? So that's part of the things we'll get in the workshop. And it's also going to be for beginners. So you don't even know how to get started. You don't know what to go about it. For beginners, we're going to be doing ETF. Yes. So it's the smart investing workshop. Yes, I think I'll just send you a DM directly. Just DM me again. I will just send you that link, right? The real estate bootcamp module 3 and module 4. So how you can buy your real estate in 90 days, right? You can find it in you can register for it. So just talked about real estate. You want to know everything that we talked about today, right? That developer Wale was talking, that and more, how you can turn your money to cash flow. You would find it there. It's called the how to buy your real estate in 90 days. So the step by step from how to identify a deal to all of the point of property management, turn your money to cash flow and all of that, right? Turn your asset to cash flow, basically. All right. I would definitely send you today. Otherwise, if I don't send it today, it will be tomorrow. Because everything is right. Get the smart investing workshop right now. But I will try to get it done today, right? Because I've been getting too many DMs, and I want to make sure that anything that is, because that's like tomorrow, everybody is taken care of. Sorry about that. Thanks for the patience. I know that you want to watch it this weekend. You want to, lock in this weekend. So, but this workshop, it is for, if you're a beginner, we'll start with ETF. Simple ETF. You set it up, you let automation do it, and just keep it simple, right? Okay, you're welcome. You're welcome, right? And if you are scared of losing money, know that it is normal, right? Whenever you put the money in the stock market, it is normal for you to be scared, right? Because you could lose it but the thing about it, because you are buying ETF, right, it's a fund, the risk is lower, right? Because you're spreading, you're diversifying your risk. However, if you leave it in the bank as well, you're losing it automatically to inflation. So not investing is not even an option, but just being wise and smart whenever you are investing, right? So you don't lose it like 100,000 that I lost doing penny stock day trading and options trading, right? But basically, once you're in that training, you have a better understanding and you would realize that the fear, whatever you fear, it's going to go away right after that, right? Because it's not just going to be you right now. You're going to be doing it alongside me and alongside at least 80 other people. Hopefully, more than the 80 people shows up, but at least maybe like a 50 out of those 80 people shows up, right? Because people just get carried away and it's a Saturday. So that's why I keep sending to remember. So really, I really want to be clear. My smart investing workshop is this Saturday, really. It's going to be 12 Central Time. And yeah, and it's definitely going to be free. And you're going to get step-by-step guidance. We're going to have some mindset shift, right, as well, right? Because it starts with your mind. Start with your mind. If you feel that you cannot do it, you cannot achieve it. And if all you do is that you're trying to use your income to impress people, you're using it to fund lifestyle, and you're not putting saving some for the rainy day and also investing it, right? You just realize that you keep working to just do lifestyle. So it's going to be step-by-step guidance. It's going to be very clear. And let's keep tapping out the life. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow. If you haven't followed, let's follow. And it's going to be real investment plan, right? And really, it's about when this is how you get started. This is how you people get started. That's how I started my real estate portfolio. And now I have built double-digit real estate portfolio. It was just like yesterday, just like yesterday, starting with a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and then going all the way to multiple of that, But it just takes you to start first. If you don't start, then it never happens. So this is just the opportunity you need to stop guessing, to stop procrastinating, right? So if you have not registered for the last time, if you have not registered for the last time, this is your opportunity. I'm going to show you one more time. But let me ask this question. What's that one thing that is stopping you from investing? What's that one thing that is stopping you from investing? And for those that already registered, do you have your account yet? And also, people asking, how much do you need to? So, these are common questions. How much do you think? How much does it take to start investing? $1. That's all that you need. $1. Then, of course, start increasing it from there. $1, right? I'm funding my emergency funds first. It's yes, that's a good thing. So it's in your IU savings account, right? Is that in your IU savings account, Suarez? But at least I know that you're registered. So, at least whenever you have funded the emergency fund, you start and you're doing it the right way. Do the emergency fund, has the debt pay. Okay, it's IU savings account. Oh, yes, you told me. I'm paying 5 grand to the okay. Yeah, it's one of them. Yeah, so still waiting for email to create account. What do you mean S33? What's the email? What email? S33, what email? Please clarify. And you can request up. You can click on the invite button here and just request up or just type it. What email are you waiting on? All right. And this is for either you're a beginner or you started investing to create account for the class. Okay. You should have received an email. If you did not receive an email the first time, go and check your spam. Because you should have also received an email today. You should have received an email yesterday as a reminder. And the same information is there. You should have received another email today. If you did not receive any of those emails, it means that you have registered with the wrong email. So when you register for the class, for the workshop, you put a wrong email. That's what is happening. Because you would have received an email, immediate email. Did everybody get an email when they register for the class? So SS3, let's do this. S33, let's do this. Please go back here right now. Yes, you got. Okay. Yes, okay. Yes, okay. That's perfect. And you should have gotten a reminder yesterday, today. Just so there's nobody's forget. So SS33, what we're going to do, if you did not get any of these emails, then you definitely mistaked. Maybe you missed a letter or something in your email address. So click on it and follow the steps. All right. Oh, you just registered. Then you should have an email. Yes. You should have an email now. I just registered a few minutes ago, got a 6-digit code. Okay. Yeah. So you should, okay. When is the next one? Right. The live training. I'm not sure. We might not. The next training on smart investing workshop, I'm not sure if there's going to be any at all. That's going to be and it depends. I might have it, I might never have it, another live training, right? And maybe then you'll be paying for it if I have to have it. So there's a possibility that we'll have another real estate training in October. Then we'll have the Smart Investing Workshop in November. And then we'll have the Wealth Building Academy in December, right? So I'll take a 3 months break from teaching again. And like I said, it might not be free at that time, right? But the next class, if you're not talking about Smart Investing Workshop, the next class that would have in June is the Wealth Building Academy. But it's not going to be, it's going to just touch on the surface. It's not going to be as in-depth. It's not going to be depth of smart investing, right? It's not going to be doing that. It's just going to touch the surface because it's touching all my 4 pillars. However, the depth of what we're going to be doing there, it's going to be the other pillars, which is the income. How do you increase your income to 6 figures? And that's when, if you're just hearing, that's when I said I'm hoping to get one of the top HR, or the HR head for one of the top companies, global companies seated in Asia, Dr. Fofo. And I was thinking of bringing the cybersecurity director from here in Texas, Dr. O, who also teaches AI cybersecurity. Then also thinking of bringing another Dr. O, who is a therapist, so that they can teach us how the demo move. Like Dr. Fofo is I think she's a chemical engineer, but she's an HR head, right? Global HR head. Like Dr. O, the cybersecurity director, is a geologist, turned a cybersecurity expert. I need to check what Dr. O, the other Dr. O, who has her own private practice clinic in New York. I need to check. I'm not sure what maybe she studied social works. I need to check. And then there is also, for people going in the career of nursing and whatever, right? We might be able to bring either Dr. Aminu or Dr. Fade, or I know that I can also talk to Dr. T, the health hub, right, who has a clinic here in Texas. Let me see if she'll be interested to do something like that as well, just so she can also say, I think she went to med school and all of that. So for those that are in that sector. So at least we have three sectors, and then we have the HR that is able to tell us what exactly are they expecting. How do you move your skill? Because I was able to increase my income by 30,000 about 14 years ago. 13, no, 14 now, or whatever. Moving from corporate finance to technology compliance. As an economist, as a chartered accountant, all the way to technology without having to go back to college, not taking college degree, just a simple certification. And I was able to get into oil and move from one of the top 500 companies to oil and gas, and started from there and moved to level 6 companies, got to the vice president position of technology. But I did not have to do my master's if until maybe like 5-6 years after that, and did my doctorate right after that. So you don't have to take a student loan. That's basically, you don't have to go back to college if you already gotten a degree, right? How do you augment that to increase your income? And the other thing is that all of those 5K a month side also, that's another program that we're going to be bringing for side also, that can help us supplement your income. 5K, 10K side also. Like all those rental arbitrage, all of those kind of things, like Toro, all those kind of businesses that you can do on the side that would help you increase your income without having to go back to college. So that's the other side of things as well. Just so at least, because it always starts with your income. If your income is high and you stay disciplined, like the financial foundation, the fortress, financial planning, financial discipline, financial literacy, that leads to financial freedom. If you have all of that, you keep your income expenses low, your income is high. This is where you now play. You now have extra to invest in the stock market, to smart invest, and to real estate invest, because this is what help you to grow wealth. And then that's where you can buy back your time, freedom, financial freedom, because freedom is the goal, right? Money is just the tool towards the freedom. It's just an enabler. That's it. All right. I'll be wrapping up here, guys. So if you haven't followed, if you haven't registered, for the last time I would show it. If you haven't registered, you can register still today. Thank you for tapping out the like. If you haven't followed, I don't know. I hope you found the information valuable, at least. So if you haven't followed, nestyou.me, click it right there, and you'll be able to get to register for the class. So if you haven't followed, yeah, it means that you do not like money, or you do not like freedom. you like to work till 65, right? Because you can actually get to the $1 million status in 10 years, right? Because that's what the $1 Million Academy is all about, our 90 days mentorship, where you get to the $1 million status, and it covers all of those pillars. All right. Well, I gotta go, guys. I love you guys all. Ensure your money is working harder than you do. Open your account, go on the YouTube channel, subscribe, and of course, watch the 2 videos, right? You should have received the email with the 2 videos. Once you watch it, don't forget to subscribe, because I have weekly videos that come out, and also turn on the notification bell as well, right there, so that you get all those videos and you don't miss out. It's it's like a cost in itself, but it's free, right? For you every single week, right? So you don't miss it. All right. Well. I hope I was able to add value today. Developer Wale and every other person that came up. I hope I was able to answer your question. Thank you for all of those perspectives. Ajay, thank you all for tapping out the live user. Thank you all for that. Biobi S33. Mr. Sotuna, I'll be getting back to you. August Braden, thank you so much for the follow. SS Small. Is this SS Small earlier, or is this SS S33? my Kiara and Kalebo. Thank you so much. Okay, you did that. And I'll see you all in class tomorrow if I don't see you again. Well, happy May 1st. Welcome to the 5th month of the year and happy Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Ensure that your money is working harder than you do. I love you guys all. Have a good one. Bye. And YouTube, bye.